Hello everyone, my name is Eva. I'm the director of the Scottish Yarn Festival and the Scottish Show Producer Showcase. That bounding sound you just heard is Martha Bean, who's just leapt up off the couch. I've come on to do a special live today. It's been ages since I've done one. I am very much fighting against winter light. The big light is on. I've tried to position to give you the best idea of what I'm wearing, but I'm really struggling here. But it's important I do come in and have a wee chat with you today. So straight off, we're going to have two things. So please hang on until the end for information about vendor applications for this year's festival. And for right now, I just want to talk about what I'm wearing because it's the release day of this sweater. This sweater is the West Sands sweater by Journey Through Yarn, Rebecca. We've been working together for a year, longer than that now. This is the third design that she's worked with me on her yarn. This one has specifically been designed for the yarn brand, as opposed to she's designed other pieces and then we've recreated it in my yarn because she's taken part in the Scottish Show Producer Showcase and she had a presence at the festival last year, and I am very much a big fan of her work. I love championing what she does, and we had a little chat and I offered to give her a sweater's quantity of yarn as yarn sponsorship to come up with the design, and this is it. This is it. So I'm just interrupting my packing at the moment because I leave for Chicago early tomorrow. And I'm just wondering if I maybe put up this light, whether we'll get any more light or whether it's just going to glow in the background. I don't think it's going to make any difference at all, unfortunately, to you being able to see the true colours of what I'm wearing here. So yes, this is going back in my suitcase. I've just unpacked it, put it on to show you because the pattern is now live on Ravelry. I believe it's live on PayHip as well, but if you go and check Journey Through Yarn, who I will tag in this afterwards because Rebecca doesn't know I'm doing this live or that I was planning to, but I just wanted to show off the design on her release day. So this is the original colourway. I've been really fortunate that one of the test knitters wanted to use my yarn as well, and they've got a completely different colourway. So this one, the main colour is an Innis, which is a natural blend. And we've got some accents around the neck, the cuff, the hem here. And those colours have been picked out. Here we go. So we've got Sinclair, we've got Bruce, and we've got Gordon as accent colours. And if you can see, there are actually purl stitches within the colour work, which I love. It just gives it that little extra bit of detail that elevates the piece. I love this. Rebecca might not get it back. And she did very, very kindly post it to me so that I could have it to take out on my tour. So the second version, I don't believe Carl has shared images yet, but I have them because I asked him for them. And with his permission, I will share them later. But the other colourway that's been done in our yarn, this dark blue colour here, this stormy navy, that's Gordon. So he's used that as his main colour, and the accents he's used are Sinclair, Colquhoun and Baird. So it's lovely to see it done in another complete different colourway. I believe Carl initially wanted to use Errol, which is that kind of emerald mossy green shade that we've got. And I sent it to him and said, I don't think that's going to show up in contrast enough. And I suggested the Colquhoun, and when he swatched, he's like, yeah, Eva, you're right, I'm going to use the Colquhoun. So that was lovely that it's all been done in our yarn as well. So yeah, I might just keep this. It's certainly going to be much colder where I'm going than it is here. Saying that, I was out at a protest to protect rural library services in the region just yesterday, and it was -4 late morning while we were protesting. So it has been cold here. I have packed thermal layers In my suitcase, I am prepared for it, and my Doc Martens will see me through everything, so I'm as prepared as I possibly can be. But yes, this is the West Sand sweater by Journey Through Yarn. If you're coming to see me on our US tour, this is one of the samples I will have with me. I think I've maybe got 5 samples I've managed to accumulate in my suitcase. The rest of them all have been sent way in advance, and they are at the Blooming Spindle waiting for me, where I will then pick them up and take them to the rest of the stores on our tour. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk to you about was the vendor applications for this year. So if you are signed up to our newsletter, or if you've been a vendor in the last year at either the showcase, actually maybe not the last year, the showcase, if you're already a vendor for the showcase this year, or you were a vendor for the Scottish Yarn Festival last year, you'll already have had advance notice of this. At this point in the year, we have usually completed our application packs. They are available to go and take and fill in and resubmit. And I am still waiting for some information from our venue, which I didn't want to kind of rush with. But more importantly, this tour, which I'm so looking forward to, I want to be present in every single moment that I am there. And with my vendors as well, and particularly because we are changing venue again to the concert hall this year, you know, questions may arise even. And the way to get our application pack is to email us. We don't put everything up online because nobody needs all that information up online. But you need to come to us, and you're aware that there may be additional questions asked. I'm going to be in a completely different time zone. And just, it's important that I'm present fully for vendors and potential vendors as well. And I can't possibly be good at the two things at once. I mean, nobody's a superhuman, are they? Once you start juggling, potentially something gives, or you've got to subcontract something. And it's not fair for me to ask festival volunteers while I'm away to constantly keep an eye on that email inbox and attach documents and answer questions that they might not be able to answer. So for that reason, we've just chosen to push it back until February. And then in February, you know, we've got the ticket release for the Scottish Will Producer Showcase. We're going to start sharing all the collages for the showcase vendors, you know. So just so that I am fully present and fully attentive to everybody who deserves it and needs it, we're just pushing that back, okay? So please don't worry, you haven't missed anything. People who have already registered their interest, I still have all your emails. You would have got an autoresponder, which I'm going to update this afternoon, just to let you know you haven't missed anything. Do not panic. We're just pushing it back. I mean, the only reason that we used to go so early, because it's really early to announce vendor applications to an event that's, you know, late August to mid-September, you know, within that sort of time scale, was just the fact that this time of year used to be quieter for everyone. You know, you're gathering all your admin, you're just back at work, you're thinking about your goals for the year, and you're submitting your tax returns. And now it literally seems that every single yarn festival in the UK that I see is announcing that they're opening vendor applications at the same time. And it's just, we're just going to take that pressure off you from thinking, well, here's another one I need to apply for. I mean, when we set up the festival, there was only 6 in the UK. There's now over 200 a year. It's a lot. We're just going to push our applications back. It's no big deal. There's nothing else going on than that. So just rest assured that when I get back on home soil after 2 weeks away, you know, we're going to be dealing with that, and I'll be fully present to go and focus on that rather than trying to juggle all these things. When I was in Woolen Folk, a year past October, I was up at 6 o'clock every single morning, local time, on my laptop with a coffee before I was doing my live, checking all my emails. And even at that point, we didn't have events or anything going, but that was just to coordinate with people that were meeting, getting ready for the actual events that we were going to ourselves and everything. And that was great. That was enough to manage. But you know, this is a work trip, and there are going to be moments that, you know, this is just going to be such an incredible experience to travel. I love traveling, and I haven't done a huge amount of it in my life, so I just want to absorb it. I want to absorb it all in the moment while I'm there. And the best way to kind of keep up to date with what's happening is following on Instagram. So I'm saying that on this Instagram live because I will download and share this to our YouTube channel and to our Facebook as well. But just so not that I'm not multiply uploading in all the places all the time, you're probably going to get the most content if you're wanting to follow this experience and live it vicariously with me, is going to be through Instagram stories. You know, there's going to be extra photos and bits and pieces there. So if you want that full immersive experience, that's probably the best place to go. So all that said, thank you for your continued support. Thank you for your understanding and giving us the grace to just push those applications back for the main festival. And I better go finish packing and log into all the different apps to get all my boarding passes, because I can do that now because we're within the 24 hours. That's exciting. So if you are interested, the itinerary for tomorrow is I'm going to be up in the morning. I haven't worked out yet how I'm getting from my house to the train station. It's a funny time of day where most of the taxis are probably still out doing the school run. And I don't particularly fancy going down the hill in the conditions that we've got here with a heavy suitcase and carry-on luggage. So I haven't quite worked that one out yet, but I will get to the station. Then I've got to get from Perth to Edinburgh Gateway. I'll be changing at Edinburgh Gateway and going on the tram to Edinburgh Airport. I have 2 flights tomorrow. Slightly nervous about that, but it will all be fine. So I'm flying from Edinburgh to Dublin, and then I've got to self-transfer. All being well and the flight getting in on time, I have 2 hours and 50 minutes to grab all my luggage, get it back in to the correct handler, to the gates, get my luggage back in the hold. My carry-on luggage obviously will stay with me, go back through security, and then I'm flying Dublin to Chicago O'Hare. When I get there, Tina from Tina's Toasty Toes is going to come and meet me. So she's flying up from JFK. I think her flight gets in 30 minutes before mine. She's going to collect me at the airport, and then we're both going to go together to our Airbnb in the city, which is going to be about an hour away. It's a lot of travelling. It's about an hour 20 on the train from Perth to Edinburgh Gateway. The tram isn't that long. I can't remember how long it is, but there's the tram journey. The first flight is 1 hour and 5, and the second flight is 8 hours and 8.5 hours. That will be the longest flight I have ever done. I am a bit nervous. I am not claustrophobic, but I'm not brilliant in contained spaces that I can't just get up and move from. I'll be fine. I will be absolutely fine. I'll get on. I will chill out. I've got my hoodie, I've got my jeans, and I'm going comfy. And I have just started Bark Skins by Annie Proulx, which I've been looking forward to years. It's been sitting on my bookshelf and I haven't picked it up. So I just started reading the first couple of chapters today to start to get myself immersed into that. It's over 700 pages. So that's going on the flights with me, and I have cast on a new sock. It's yarn actually that I picked up last time I was in the US, and rarely I'm knitting a pair of socks myself out of it, because most of the socks I knit are given as gift knits to people I care about. So it's going to be nice to kind of have that reminder yarn that I picked up last time I was in the US to go and use on my flight back to the US and have that momentum for me. Yeah, I'm waffling. I'm excited. I'm excited to be taking you along with me. If you are coming to one of the locations, you will find where we're going to be either in the newsletter if you're already subscribed to the newsletter, or on our previous social media posts. The most up-to-date one is the one that says locations and times. There's one previous that just gives the locations, but locations and times. Yeah, let me know. Will I see you somewhere? It's going to be exciting. Yeah, I'm going to go and check into my flights, finish packing, and I will see some of you soon. Bye for now.